Royal Highness, Igwe Emmanuel Ugwu, traditional ruler, Ibegwa. I'll just take every other protocol duly observed. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed participants, distinguished guests, a very warm welcome to all of you to this remarkable gathering, this peer learning event organized by GIDCOWAY, Global Initiative for Development, Care of Women and Youth. I am deeply honored to stand before you today as we embark on a journey of knowledge sharing, collaboration, and collective action towards a world free from gender-based violence and inequality. As we gather here under the banner of GIDCOWAY, an organization steadfast in its commitment to gender equality, GBV prevention and response, women's empowerment, and the protection of women's rights, we recognize the pressing need for us to come together to share our experiences and to leverage our collective expertise to address the myriad challenges that persist in our society. The importance of this event cannot be overstated. We are at a pivotal juncture in history where our efforts can bring about real and lasting change. Each one of you representing different sectors, professions, and perspectives plays an indispensable role in shaping a future where women and girls can live free from violence, where their voices are amplified and their talents nurtured and their potentials fully realized. Our agenda over the next few hours, I beg your pardon, reflects the diversity of issues we aim to tackle, from dismantling gender norms and stereotypes to fostering women's leadership, from equipping women and girls with skills that empower to advocating for their rights at all levels of society. This event is more than just a series of sessions. It is a platform for us to connect, to learn from one another, and to forge alliances that will drive meaningful change. As we delve into these discussions and workshops, I encourage you to be open to new ideas, to challenge assumptions, and to engage in fruitful dialogue. Let us remember that while we may come from different backgrounds, our shared dedication to gender equality unites us in purpose. Together, we have the opportunity to build a world where no woman or girl, or even boy or man, is limited by their circumstances, where every voice is heard and respected, and where opportunities for growth and empowerment are accessible to all. Let us be inspired by the progress we have already made, and let it fuel our determination to create a more just and equitable future. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to our partners, our supporters, Women's International League for Peace and Freedom Nigeria, as well as Safer World, our speakers for today, and participants who have come all the way. Your presence reflects your commitment to our shared mission, and I am confident that the connections we will make here will speak collaborations that will continue long after this event is concluded. With that, let us embark on this journey of learning, collaboration, and transformation. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to the incredible insights and outcomes that will emerge from our collective efforts. Thank you so very much.
So I think that by my relationship with GIDCOWAY, I will do more. There are people out there who are thinking about us, but we don't know how to connect ourselves to them, how to locate them. But a just simple relationship, what I call simple relationship. And that is what I want to use to talk to you. Because if I had exalted myself or trying to present myself as a king and not trying to relate in accordance of human relationship and exempting myself from them, they won't be free from calling me. They won't be free from calling me. And that is one of the prayers. I know that limited people have prayed. Many people pray for health, wealth, and the suffering, happiness. But I don't know how many people who are praying for simplicity and humility. I don't know if you have ever added that to one your prayer. And that happens to be one of my agenda in prayer. I say, God, no matter how high you place me, give me the gift of simplicity and humility.
Yes.
So that one will be able to live as a woman and not live like an animal. And what actually elected Nigeria image before the president of Omidi Metropolitan University was when we were talking about establishing university in Nigeria. And we went to my site where I'm putting up a little team. So, trying to walk up to the step, I discovered that he was not walking faster, and I held him. I said, don't touch the wall. Just hold my hand. Then we held hands together and we walked faster. So when we got upstairs, I said, when two are joined together, they move faster. So that philosophy took the man down in there that he kept thinking about what do we do with this scholarship. He's thinking about so many things. I said, please, when you go home, organize yourself. Yes. There are so many ways to help our people. So GIDCOWAY, the leadership, I want to commend you for understanding what it takes to be together to pursue the development of women and youth, and also women equality and equity. And I want to encourage you, please try to be one. Try to join hands together. This organization is not a gossip organization. It's an organization to help others discover themselves and recover themselves. The moment you understand that GIDCOWAY will help you discover yourself and recover yourself, it will take you high, it will lead you high. The center of our approach is what we do to make ourselves happy, one, and what we do to make others happy. In the pursuit of the summary of the preaching of Jesus Christ, I tried to extract the word of Jesus Christ. Even when people thought he was trying to avoid or criticize the commandment, because Jesus Christ knew that there are two different things between law and commandment. You cannot have commandment when there is no law. And law was institutionalized on the very day that God made man. Man is like law. For the way that God created man, God made man as law. And that is the reason why if I fault you, I know that I have faulted your law. So the human conscience stands as the heartbeat. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, brothers and sisters who are here, the members of GIDCOWAY, as one family, you will go far. Amen. You will go far. Amen. And the moment you discover and recover, isn't that what? Let us discover and let us recover. And let us understand that we are not into the world to overheat the world. We are into the world to help God rule the world. I know that actually in leadership, I tried to, from Genesis to Revelation, I discovered that yes, God gave authority to leaders. But when you go into the Bible in summary, You see that God gave man leadership of every other thing, to rule every other thing. But in mankind, we use the word leadership, not rulership. Not minding that I'm a traditional ruler. So, but I know that leadership does not mean, let me use my sister, who is the leader of GIDCOWAY. You can also lead her. You understand? Yes. That is the only way GIDCOWAY will stand. If an organization doesn't stand, of course, your aims, your objectives will not stand. Yes. So the only way the organization will stand is when the aims and objectives is standing tall. So I encourage you. There's nothing you cannot achieve in the world the moment you have good ambition, the moment the minds are one. I know that we have individual concepts, we have individual perceptions, and like when I came in, she was saying that somebody should make a contribution. I know that you might have discussed various other things, so that the views and ideas of every members will be able to count. And I know that GIDCOWAY will go far. So without announcing me as a Patron, I've announced myself. And all the members of GIDCOWAY, you have a father now. All that I want to say will not end to here.
Yes, sir.
And like what I have said before, we will still come with some of the executive, and we will sit down and discuss.
Yes, sir.
And not all of you. We will have a day to have breakfast.
Yes, yes.
Then we'll be able to discuss further on how we discover ourselves and how do we recover what we have lost.
Because maybe you understood it just like some other people understand it to mean we want to rub shoulder with men. We want to show them that we have arrived. Okay? I remember when I contested for election for the governorship, the very first after the election I met with the governor, he was like, so this was even the young woman I was contesting. When I see you at the billboard, you look so big and all of that. He said, but see, let me tell you that what you have done will stand the test of time, because a lot of women will be encouraged to begin to participate. And I tell you, since that 2019 to date, a lot of women have come out to contest for election. So, I mean, and then doing that didn't mean that I was trying to rub shoulder with the men, but I came out to show that nothing stops a woman from contesting or from being a governor or being president, because we have seen from other climes, more developed climes, that they've had women leaders as their chancellors, like we had in Germany, and so many other people. Even in Africa, look at Liberia, we are better than them, in quotes, but they had a woman president in the person of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Okay, so that didn't mean that. And then she was even this position Tinubu is holding now. She once held it. She was the first woman to become the ECOWAS chairperson. So did it reduce anything from the men who are becoming that now? It didn't. It showed that as a man can be the ECOWAS chairman, a woman can also be an ECOWAS chairman, and you can do well. In her time, did you hear any struggle with ECOWAS? What are you hearing now? Is it not now that you're hearing ECOWAS this, ECOWAS that, because of sometimes insensitive policies around issues, okay? But if it were to be a woman, probably there will not be these rumors of what we are hearing. So what we are saying is that whatever a man can do, a woman can do it, and that is why we have women journalists, we have men journalists, we have women lawyers, we have men lawyers, medical doctors as men and women. So that is equality. It's not that you are better than anybody else. Are we following? So equality is about ensuring that every individual has an equal opportunity to make the most of their lives and talents. If I am qualified to be the Attorney General of this state, give it to me. Don't look at me because I'm a woman, you said I can't be the Attorney General. Meanwhile, maybe while in school, the person you are bringing out as Attorney General was even behind me.
Yes.
Okay? Because I remember back then in our law school, a woman in my set was the overall best in Nigeria. A woman from Esutie, overall best in the whole Nigeria. But when appointments come, they will go and look for a man who may have even come out with third class. So place it at the DC. Let people bring their CV. Whoever qualifies, if he's a man, let him take it. If he's a woman, but don't go and choose a man over a woman because of the status, because of the person's gender. That is what we are talking about, equality. So you can't tell me you are not for equality. If you are not for equality, then you are not for a better society. You are not for an equal society. What makes people lesser than that's why we are including people living with disability and all of that, because they are human beings. Equality means that we are recognizing that you are a human being and you are capable of doing anything as a human being. It's your human right. So it's also the belief that no one should have poorer life chances because of the way they were born. That is because of their gender. I shouldn't be marginalized economically because I am a woman. So gender equality prevents violence against women and girls. You will not, just like when we discussed with Priska, she know the hurdles she passed through when she was contesting for NAN's chairman. Over the years, that position has been occupied by men. And so when she came out, they were like, but is she not doing it well? They had issues at IMT the other time, they called her, and she came immediately. But some will tell you she's a woman. Who knows, maybe she's even in her period, she will be having cramps, she can't come. What is that? We've met a governor that told us that why he cannot choose a woman as deputy is because we are still giving birth, we are children, we are young, he prefers an old, well, he's not there with us, and he prefers a grandmother. So what are you telling us? That was an insult to womanhood. Because it doesn't stop you. Even if you are breastfeeding your baby or you are pregnant, it doesn't stop you from performing your duty as a woman, as a leader. You can be a leader anywhere. So gender equality is a human right. It's important because it's a fundamental human right and it's necessary for a peaceful, prosperous and sustainable society. When everyone, regardless of your gender, is treated fairly and has equal opportunities, it can lead to a greater prosperity and happiness for all. So how do we promote this equality in our society? We are not going to fight, we are not going to struggle, but we will treat everybody equally and fairly. I've never seen anybody who is sick and going to the hospital and is saying, I want to be treated by a male doctor. Or I want to be treated by a female doctor. You want to be treated by a doctor. When you enter the office, the hospital, what you ask? Please, I want to see the doctor. Do you ask if the doctor is a woman or a man? No. So treat everybody equally and fairly. Create an inclusive culture. That's why I said I would have loved Igwe to be here. Inclusive culture that has respect for all gender. Now, I belong to so many organizations where they lead advocacy for women inclusion in cabinet. And so I would have asked Igwe was there, do you have women in your cabinet? If you don't, then please get them along because they also help in advancing this cause that you're championing. Ensure equal access to opportunities for all people, all citizens. No opportunity should be given to men alone. Let it be shared equally. Whoever qualifies takes it. You must educate people and make them understand the importance of equity and equality. Like we was talking, what is equity? I have here, equity means respecting all people without discrimination, regardless of their gender, and then making a balance as in addressing gender inequalities that limits a person's ability to access opportunities, like we have in Nigeria. Let me take politics for instance. you want to contest for an election, and there are hurdles, there are systemic discrimination on the way, such as high rates in buying of tickets, consultations here and there, high rates in campaign expenses. These are systemic inequalities that, if addressed, there will be equity. I don't know if you get it. Yeah. Equity is that, for instance, we are playing politics and we say, okay, let's be fair. We know that at least the woman politician should be able to raise 100K. So in this political party, anybody that wants to contest for the House of Assembly should pay 100,000. Do you get it? I'm not putting it at 1 million. When you know that my sister may not be able to raise 1 million, that is inequality. But if you bring it at 1 million, you have brought equity, fairness. Do you get it now? So if you are saying you are for equity, and you are not for equality, you are not even understanding. So equity is good. We need equity because it plays a role. Just like now, we are even advocating for quota system because it's working in some other places. You give women opportunity because we are lagging so behind politically in female representation in Africa, in fact, in the whole world.
So it's a good beginning. This is usually facilitated through teaching and learning activities, such as assuming is in schools, student-led workshops, study group, and peer-to-peer learning. Peer learning can be formal or informal. It is an educational practice. While learning from one another, you learn from me, I learn from you. Like an adage said, practice makes perfect.
Because in use we have females and then we have males. So in our ministry we don't have the bias of this person is a male or a female. But I am encouraged that women are fighting to get better opportunities in leadership. It encourages one so much because on the issue of gender bias, you need to do a lot of job communication, removing stereotypes so that at the end of the day, women will get better positions.